Hello everybody and welcome to Strange Magic Tarot. My name is Christine and we're going to be doing a reading for Aquarius today. Hope everybody is doing great. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hope you guys have a wonderful time with your family this weekend. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't try to force your story to fit. Remember that the roles can be reversed. Alright, what do we have for Aquarius for this week? Awakening. Somebody is undergoing a spiritual transformation. That's either you or the person you're dealing with. Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. Support. Lean on your inner circle at this time. Longing, someone is secretly yearning for you. Warning, do not dismiss the red flags here. Abundance, you've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Wow. I'll take one more. Release, radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. So somebody went through an awakening and probably set up some boundaries because somebody was codependent on their inner circle. Even though they were yearning for you, you could not dismiss the red flags here. Somebody's done the work and abundance is going to be flowing to somebody now because you've radically accepted this and you're surrendering to the divine and letting go. This was a destined partnership here. This was fated to happen. Mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson. So somebody learned the spiritual lesson and now you're protected. You are safe and divinely guided. Yeah, here it is again, spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you spiritual lessons and you accept this. Yeah, everything happens for a reason. Unhealed wounds were creating obstacles for you, so Spirit had to do this to get you back on your path. So you went through this awakening and then you set up some boundaries with whoever was riddled with red flags. And you are letting go of this situation. All right, Aquarius, what do we have for Aquarius? Wishful thinking. Having lofty ideals leads to a letdown. Be realistic. Practical clarity and reach. So yeah, you had to be realistic that this person was not going to give you what you needed here. And maybe you held out for it for a long time and then you finally went through your awakening and set up some boundaries. You might have even longed for this person for a long time, but they were too busy worried about their inner circle, which means maybe they had some low vibrational friends they were hanging out with. Moonlit unity. Use understanding to have greater emotional balance, harmony, alignment, and peace. So that's what you're aligning for now. You set up boundaries and this was wishful thinking that this was ever going to work out, not in the energy that it was in. Ticking clock. Yeah, somebody's run out of time also. You have to let love unfold naturally and give it time to grow. Somebody was rushing things when things needed to go slower. Love blocks. Dismantle hidden barriers to refill intimacy and trust. Issues about honesty and secrets were here. So somebody was keeping secrets. And hidden thorns. Look beyond the romance to discern true intentions. Yeah, beware illusion depths. So somebody was hiding something. Honesty was an issue. This illusions. Yeah, some caution here. Beware of these thorns here, and the same thing up here. Red flags. Divine union. This was a divine union, using the wings of empathy to bring love and harmony. Duality, healing, and be kind. I think you were very kind, and you were trying to bring this together, but your partner was not, and they've run out of time here. Looming agenda. You have different ideas about love and intimacy. This was a mismatch, a clash. Somebody was misled. So sometimes we're attracted to our opposites, right? And then the people around us are like completely against the relationship because you look so different, or you're different races or whatever. That's what this sounds like to me. You must have been a couple that was very different, and the people in somebody's circle weren't very happy around that. Put up some love blocks there, or some barriers. Avoid burnout. Fiery passion is consuming. Sustain a lasting balance. Intense, offset, and stabilize. So yeah, you can have a lot of passion and go too fast, and that tends to burn out, right? But this was a divine union. That wouldn't have happened, but maybe they were being advised by their friends that it was. Love's disguise. Go beyond superficial looks and see who they truly are. Posing, cover up, and unveil. So if somebody was being superficial here, like I said, they weren't accepted because maybe they looked different than the norm, or they had different spiritual practices, or different race, or whatever it might be. Spirit speaks, seek wisdom in prayer, but also have an open dialogue, advice, judgment, and talks. I think you were trying to talk to this person, trying to open a dialogue, but they were resistant to you. They maybe have got caught up in a whirlwind here, wanted to put you in a whirlwind. Don't get caught up in the drama. Choose peace, and that's what you did by setting boundaries here. Somebody who's confused, intense, and maybe this caused some sort of a crisis here. So, wow, Aquarius. So you've been through a lot. Looks like you're letting go now. You've learned a lesson. You've got abundance on the way. You've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. Time is up for this person with all the red flags. And as I pull that, yeah, we got the manipulator here. Magician in reverse. Somebody was being a trickster that you had to heal from. Out in the cold, or somebody's in regret now, needing help. Five of Pentacles is a card of lack, victimhood, not having enough. King of Pentacles here, yeah, somebody might have been greedy, selfish. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. That was greedy, selfish. Somebody had to be left out in the cold, or they regret being selfish. Yeah, a lot of stress here, worry, anxiety. Can't sleep at night because they were in the wrong here. Yeah, there's no healing, no hope. Star in reverse. They can't get their wish fulfillment now because they were having passion elsewhere, or yeah, they had a new beginning. They already had a family with the past, or they want a new beginning with this Ten of Cups here, past life, but there's no love. Ace of Cups in reverse. Somebody's not holding on. This was just a huge burden that left them broke. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Bankruptcy. Somebody was emotionally unavailable, but you're not in this illusion any longer. You've set up boundaries, you're moving forward. Yeah, whoops, I'm sorry, I put too many down there. So yeah, you're coming out of hermit mode because you've got a new opportunity here. Ace of Pentacles, that's a big opportunity, something tangible. Somebody didn't want to work with you, they wanted to juggle. So you had to set up boundaries and move forward. Somebody might have thought that you were going to come back here, but you are following your intuition. High Priestess here. Yeah, you knew that somebody, you were disappointed. You knew what was going on. Somebody who had you in a third-party situation with the Queen of Cups in reverse. They were being very cruel to you. Yeah, they were actually a father figure. Maybe had a relationship and a child with somebody else. But you're coming out of hermit mode now. You might even have a new business idea here that you are putting to work. And yeah, there's a new opportunity coming up for you, Aquarius. You're an earth angel. Oh my God. Yeah. So you're getting this new opportunity because you're in balance. You've done the work, like the card says up here. You've done the work, and abundance flows to you now, and that's exactly what this is. Ace of Pentacles, Temperance. So that's showing your balance. This person was already in a commitment with somebody else, it looks like, and now they're feeling insecure. Or they were in a codependent marriage. Yeah, somebody's in regret, sad, crying over spilled milk here. They lost this competition. You're standing strong here. And this King of Wands that you've been dealing with, who was very greedy and selfish, is getting some karma, because now you're an Empress energy and you ended this cycle. And now everything is crumbling down for them, the Tower here. Everything's come to a complete stop, and you've healed your heart while you were separated from this person. So you're not speaking to this person anymore. You're letting go. There were too many red flags, and they didn't want to change. Death in reverse. So now they have no option. Yeah, because they might have already been committed to somebody else. Queen of Pentacles. There was a heavy betrayal here. Somebody was being fake, that they wanted to collaborate when they were really toxic. That's why you had to run away from this situation. They could have been scamming you also. I want to take a look at that Nine of Pentacles in reverse. High Priestess. Yeah. They scammed you to come back, it looks like. Maybe they were trying to, I don't know why they would do that. Or they're hiding that they went back and move forward because they were too insecure. Maybe your light irritated their demons. That could be it also, because looks like you both may have different spiritual beliefs here. Could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, a Taurus, Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, obviously. Let's keep going. Queen of Swords, you cut somebody's job because they were juggling and didn't want to put in the work. So yeah, could be a Gemini here, or an air sign, feminine. Use that sword to put up some boundaries. You're not going to deal with juggling. Somebody didn't want to put in the work either. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, you used your intuition. You set up some boundaries, and you could see through the warnings that they had you in a third party. They were being cruel because they were probably already a father, already in a commitment with somebody else. Emperor. I don't think this is your divine masculine. If it was your divine masculine, they aren't any longer. Now they're feeling defeated, unhappy because you've set up boundaries. They think it's unfair that you persevered here. Now you're making plans for the future, and it's causing them to go crazy. Yeah, they think it's unfair you set up boundaries, that you're protected now, you're protecting yourself. They're not happy about that at all. Yeah, this is a separation for sure. Lovers in reverse. Because somebody was reckless and jealous. Or they wanted to make you jealous. So their little games backfired on them. I want to take a few. Which ones was I just thinking about? Yeah, I want to take a few. Kipper, I guess, for Aquarius. And then we'll let you get to your Mother's Day events. I have a doctor's appointment later. I didn't know why they wanted to do it on Mother's Day, but I got a home health care visit today, which is really strange. But whatever, I'll get it done. My Mother's Day is going to happen later. All right, let's see here. Yeah, somebody's in despair. That's a 5. So there needs to be some change here. Somebody's really sad about what they did, or sad about the position. Yeah, they didn't want to change. It's the change card is in reverse. when you went on this trip. So either they went on a trip or you went on a trip, but somebody's in despair because somebody didn't want to change, or you had to leave. Yeah, there's an end to a courtship here. It's over. So it looks like you left. Yeah, somebody's sad. They didn't want to change, so you took a trip that ended this courtship here. Now somebody's deep in their thoughts about this situation, yeah, that they're not getting any unexpected income. It's in reverse, so that's some karma for what they did to try to hurt you, and sudden wealth. So they're not getting any unexpected income from your sudden wealth, and maybe that's what they were after. This was all about money. Somebody went the wrong way here. Yeah, they didn't want to put in the hard work, and they're getting justice here. They might be having legal trouble now, because they didn't operate in high honor. High honor is in reverse here. They were really shocked that you moved away here, moved out of the house. And it was bad news for them because they were trying to come out of poverty off of this Empress. Oh my God, but they were already married. Yeah, this might have been a couple working together against you as well. Yeah, they can't anchor you down. They can't get to your money. They're in their thoughts. They're in despair. This didn't go the way they expected. They were expecting to get some great fortune here, out of being in a low vibrational energy. Mature man in reverse. But you got yourself unstuck from this situation. Yeah. Yeah, see, they were working with other people here. Official person, privileged lady, but what was their goal here? Their goal was to steal. We've got the thief card, and then we've got this mean female in reverse. So they're all grouped up here to try to steal something from an official person and to get great fortune. But they had to have a fresh start. Yeah, this was a low vibrational community. They're all really concerned now, because that's what they were expecting, but that's not what they're going to get. Here, let's see this. I want to take a look at this thoughts card for a second. Yeah, they were expecting you to be concerned. Yeah, maybe they were trying to bully you with all these nasty people here. Yeah, and they thought that you would be all freaked out or something. And yeah, the mask came off though. That you're gifted. Now they're in bad health. Yeah, because they went the wrong way. Let me see this unexpected income in reverse. Yeah, they were already married. And this married couple was trying to come out of poverty off of an Empress energy. They're not getting anything. They get no money, unexpected income in reverse. They need to do the work on their own. Let's see this sudden wealth card here. Yeah, your gift of sudden wealth. Yeah, it's your gift. The mask came off though, so yeah, this is your gift of sudden wealth, and they can't have it. The mask came off. This male in reverse, so their own group could have been lying to them as well to keep them stuck. Now they're in bad health over this lover situation. Because they wanted to be a wealthy man, but they went the wrong way. They didn't want to put the hard work in. Now this is justice, right? They're not in high honor. They're really shocked you moved out of the house. Now they're getting bad news that they have to work. Oh my God. So this is a bunch of thieves here. Let me see this mature woman. Yeah, they weren't in high honor dealing with you. And that's why you're getting justice. And you dropped the burden. And that was justice for you to let go of this situation because, yeah, how crappy is that, right? I want to take a few of these. And then we'll close out the reading. I know I keep saying that, but I feel called to take just a few more for you. Aquarius. So Spirit, this Spirit Speaks card keeps jumping out to me also. So Spirit, this might have been a divine intervention here on your behalf because you had a whole group of people that were trying to steal from you. Maybe your gift of sudden wealth. I don't know what that is for you, but they weren't being honest. Do I deserve to be disrespected when I was trying to be nice? And that would be the Empress energy. Always nice, loving, caring, nurturing. And they disrespected you real bad here. Habit and routine is not a reason to stay if it emotionally hurts. Yeah, this person emotionally hurt you, and you had to set up some boundaries here. Sex to avoid the problem is just that, avoiding the problem. So somebody may be using sex to avoid their emotional issues that they need to address. They need to face those. Someone's silence just works better than arguing. So I think you have gone silent on this person, and that was part of your boundaries, right? You're not going to argue with this person. They're not giving you what they need, so you have to release, let go, radically accept the situation as it is, and let go. My intuition is yelling at me, but I always seem to ignore it. So they've been told by the universe, they've been getting signs, symbols, intuitional nudges, dreams, and they just want to ignore it. They don't want to do the work. Once respect is gone, it's time to move on. And there you have it. It's time to move on, because that's not what they gave you, and that's not what they're planning on giving you. So till the energy changes, you have to move forward with your life. All right, Aquarius, I hope that helps. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.